We begin from the nation's capital, where the 2023 transition process in Nigeria will be concluded with the inauguration of the 10th National Assembly and the election of the presiding officers for the two chambers. The inauguration has been scheduled for June, a week after the swearing-in of the president-elect Bola Tinubu on May the 29th. And so far, 6 senators have declared their interest to vie for the president of the Senate. But the big question is, how will the winner emerge? TVC News National Assembly correspondent Tijesu Adeoye tells us more.
Not all 109 senators-elect are eligible to vie for the two most coveted positions in the Nigerian Senate. The Senate standing rule clearly defines the eligibility in terms of ranking of senators. According to the Senate Standing Order 3, Rule 2 of the Senate Standing Orders 2022 as amended, the nomination of presiding officers and appointments of principal officers and other officers of the Senate shall be by ranking of senators. In determining the rank, the following order applies. Senators returning based on the number of times re-elected. Senators who have been members of the House of Representatives. Senators elected for the first time can vie, but this would only be applicable in the absence of a ranking senator. But despite this clear yardstick for eligibility, some aspirants have refused to shift ground. They have not pulled out of the contest. In the face of political uncertainties, they hope that the pendulum would swing in their favor. Some of them argue that Section 50 of Nigeria's 1999 Constitution, as amended, provides that every member of the Senate who has taken the oath of membership is eligible to be voted for as Senate President. There are counter-arguments made also referring to Section 311 of Nigeria's Constitution as amended, which provides that only the standing orders and rules of a subsisting assembly shall be used in election of principal officers at the state and national assembly. The provision of Section 311 of the 1999 Constitution as amended shall not have effect until the National Assembly or House of Assembly exercises the powers conferred upon it by Section 60 or Section 101 of the Constitution, which also stipulates that the Senate or House of Representatives shall have powers to regulate its own procedure.
So that's why we always tell those that are coming in that do not rush. It's an institution that is built on respect. You cannot go to the United States of America, step into the Senate of the United States and say you want to be the leader of that Senate, to be the majority leader. Today, it's not possible.
I want to thank you for convening this occasion. I want to thank you for the endorsement of myself and the incoming Deputy Senate President, Senator Barau. I want to thank His Excellency, the former Senate President, for being able to attend this occasion. I don't take it for granted.
The APC has 54 seats in the Nigerian Senate, which has put the party in the majority. Already, the party has nominated and announced Senator Godswill Akpabio from the South-South as the President of the Senate and Senator Barau Jibrin from the Northwest as the Deputy Senate President, as its preferred choice, which it says is subject to more scrutiny. The party's decision may have stirred the hornet's nest and has started fresh trouble that could threaten the chances of Godswill Akpabio and Jibrin Barau. More contenders for the top position in the Senate have emerged. Prominent among them is the Senate Chief Whip, Orji Uzor Kalu, from the Southeast geopolitical zone. He insists his region should naturally be compensated with the office of the Senate President in the spirit of equity, fairness, and justice. Also from the Southeast is Osita Izunaso, who shares the same sentiment as Orji Uzor Kalu, and he says he is the most senior senator from the southeast and should be allowed to take the seat of Senate President. There is also a newcomer, Governor of Ebonyi State, Dave Umahi. He is from the southeast and believes his region has been marginalized in the sharing of political power and should be considered for the Senate President to ensure balance and inclusiveness. But he also wants the Senate standing rules to be jettisoned and the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria should be the guiding principle in choosing who becomes the number 3 citizen in Nigeria. Another contender from the Northeast has also emerged. Senator Abdulaziz Yari wants to be the Senate President and he is campaigning vigorously and has started multiple rounds of consultations. But his ambition may upset the apple cart as he does not seem bothered by the advocacy for a Christian Senate President to diffuse the tension caused by the APC Muslim ticket. He says his region contributed the highest votes to the victory of the APC on the ballot and should be considered first in the scheme of things. Another contender is Senator Sani Musa from Niger State, but he has since withdrawn his ambition to be Senate President in agreement with the arrangement to ensure the emergence of a Christian Senate President. He has started a fresh round of campaigns to occupy the office of the Deputy Senate President. He is the first to indicate his interest in the second highest position in the Senate. The fate of all these contenders remain unclear for now as the contest has a lot of pressure on the APC and is even threatening to cause more trouble for the party. Everyone now looks up to the president-elect Bola Ahmed Tinubu to mediate and prefer a political solution. The party is walking a tightrope and must ensure they avoid a repeat of the 2015 situation where officers of the National Assembly were chosen against the interest of the party. They blamed President Muhammadu Buhari for showing little or no interest in who becomes Senate President and Speaker, thereby leading to a situation that outrightly schemed out the APC and even caused friction between the executive and legislature. These are the landmines that the president-elect must avoid if he desires a smooth takeoff for his administration and a cordial relationship with the legislature. He especially needs a supportive National Assembly if he must move his administration's plans, policies, and programs quickly to achieve desired results at the shortest possible time. As the contest for the top seat in the National Assembly gets more intense, it will be interesting to watch who among the lords would finally get both the blessing of the party and the backing of other lawmakers. Tijesu Adeoye, TVC News, Abuja.